I'm Jaynee from Messages from Heaven by Jaynee. I don't know if that came through because there were words on the screen. Doesn't really matter. I'm doing this from my workroom, which is a mess. It's partly my closet, and yeah, looking at it, I can see it's a mess. Anyway, I need to do that until I get the mic hooked up with the tablet, and then I can use it any place in the house. And eventually, I will get rid of some of the stuff in here. By the way, this I don't want to get a different chair because one of my cats, who I loved very much, tore it up. That was Autumn, and she was a Maine Coon. She's really gorgeous, and um, my little girl. So that's how it is. So my husband says, you have to get another chair. I want another chair. Anyway, the reason I wanted to come on this evening was I wanted to talk about autoimmune diseases and things that people can't see that are wrong, hurt, and people just aren't aware of it. My lupus is in what do they call it? Recession? No, it's it's really after I moved to Delaware from Philadelphia. It took about a year, and slowly feels like it went away. Um, uh, it's good. I mean, it's great. That's rare. It's very rare. People will tell you things like, "Oh, if you eat this or you eat that, you'll get rid." No, you will not. Lupus is not caused by what food you eat or don't eat. Um, doesn't It's not caused by the medication you take. It is an autoimmune disease. Um, Now there are medications. I don't know about the names, but lupus causes it. Well, what it does is it causes a reaction in your system as though something in your system was foreign, and your body starts fighting it, and that causes inflammation, and it can happen to the brain, meninges near the brain that are like the softness that it sits on, and it can happen to any organ. Can happen to, I don't even know, your back. I mean, it can do really. It is insidious, and yet it's not really the worst one. It does kill. Um, I used to in Philadelphia go to a lupus support group. People died who were in it. Doctors do not always recognize what's happening to a person. It is worse for people of color, uh, Asians, people, um, which is, I don't know, brown people. Uh, it's worse. Um, if you are white, you have a better chance of not getting it. But it's one of the things. It's one of the autoimmune diseases. Um, there are many. There's one that hardens the organs and eventually kills. That to me, that's worse. You know that it's going to kill you. There's one that just works on the thyroid, and eventually you've got to do something with the thyroid because it makes your eyes bulge, and I don't know what else it does. Um, so my point is, um, if grandma or grandpa has one of those stickers that goes on the window and you're borrowing their car, don't keep it on there. If you're a 19-year-old kid or adult and you just want to be closer to the store, don't do that. There are people who cannot walk. They are they have to get their scooter off of or out of the car or their walker. Um, for a while, I had to use a walker recently, and it's heavy and really hard. Walking was horrible. Um, and I saw people parked in those spots who were not disabled. They didn't even have a sticker. They didn't have a sticker. They didn't have a tag on the back. They didn't have anything. But they parked there because it was convenient. With you, you don't need it. And there are people who really need it. There are people with heart conditions. You don't know they have heart conditions. Can you see into their bodies? People who have problems with their lungs, who are out and they're not carrying their oxygen. There are a zillion things that can be wrong with someone, and you're taking their spot. I always get angry when I see that. It's not right. If you see somebody coming who's leaning on a cane, open that damn door. What happened with your manners? I know people who would ask, were you raised by wolves? No, you weren't, and your mother would think you were really ignorant. I know this is like nasty for me to be saying, but a lot of people, especially older people, have all kinds of ailments, you know, not just knees and shoulders, but cancer and losing this and losing that and losing a kidney and it's just hard to walk. It's hard to go shopping. It's hard to lift your arm because you broke your arm or you broke your shoulder and now you can't reach up, you know, high enough. This is it for me. I'm going to go back to physical therapy. Um, it. I know I'm being a nudge. It. Life is hard. Life is hard when you're healthy, young, you have a great life, and you're strong. Even then, it's hard. And it gets harder when you get older because all kinds of crazy things come out that you say, what? I'm too old. I shouldn't be getting this or I shouldn't be getting that. Um, and and it's a problem. And you can't carry heavy stuff. Our son came over yesterday and took all the heavy stuff from downstairs and all the heavy stuff that was upstairs now to come downstairs. He did back and forth. And that was wonderful. Um, I don't know what people do when they don't have somebody to do that. I'm short and my dryer is too tall. Figure that out. There's a lot of stuff. Just please have patience. We're not all demented. Some people think they thought Biden was demented. Well, he wasn't demented. He was just, we forget words. He probably didn't feel good that night and he just couldn't do a good job. Um, it's There are all different kinds of problems that older people get. Some people get eye problems, um, nose problems, where they're always schmorking. That's not a word. not a foreign word. No. I mean, there are a lot of things that older people get. And one of the things that I got is that I do forget words and I talk around them. Sometimes if I can't talk around them, well, then I really have a problem because it's the only thing I can do to say what I want or need. Um, when when I was stopped by a police officer because I was going to turn up a street where a prisoner had died and had escaped from jail, I couldn't remember the street that I was trying. It was my son's street, and I couldn't remember the name of the street. I know where it is, and I just forgot it. Try telling somebody where you're going when you don't remember the name of the street, or you want to get something in particular at the store and you can't remember the name. So that is, it's really annoying. And we're not dead. We're not dead. We're not dying, next week. Of course we can, we could, but chances are we won't. And our brains are still with us. Even if we forget a word, um, grandma is still grandma until she's not. Um, that's really it. So have some sympathy, open the door, um, get up if you're on the bus, give that old person a seat. Um, don't park in the places that are for handicapped people. What else? I don't know. Just all the stuff I've been saying. Yep. Take care, because if you're lucky enough to live and enjoy your life, you will get old too. And you'll be going through the same things that we are. So if you want to talk to me, I talk to the spirits all the time. I'm not this minute, but if there's a spirit with whom you want to speak, especially if it's someone who died of addiction, I talk with people, their relatives, and I do that for free. Um, so I talk to the spirits. I can tell you what kind of past lives you had, what's happening. I can go visit people without them knowing. So I try to not do that to neighbors or people. I do it mostly with newsmakers to talk about how they're feeling and what they want to do. Um, Trump wants to kill the reporters. So yeah, that's one of the things he must have just said it and he's throwing things around. That's remote. I don't know. I call it remote visiting. Um, anyway, you can get to me at spiritsbyjaynee@gmail.com and just comment and please push the buttons. Okay. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Bye bye now.